I have to say, aside from Samsung, Apple makes it super simple to set up a new iPhone with an older iPhone. So I just got the iPhone 11 mini over here, and I'm setting it up using my iPhone 13 Pro Max because I didn't want to set it up using my iPhone 15 Plus, because this is going to be a secondary device for me, and I'm still going to use my 15 Plus as my primary device. But I still want to use it and have all my editing files and editing applications. That's why I use my 13 Pro Max, because my 13 Pro Max is actually set up to be a recording slash production device. But I did put my SIM in it. So if I show you real quickly, you can see I put my tester SIM in it, and it is getting 5G and 5G plus with AT&T. So everything does seem to be working, and it also signed into Wi-Fi and everything. Now, my only problem is I forgot to charge my 13 Pro Max, and you do need to have whatever device you're transferring close by, and it tells you to keep it within a certain range while it's doing the transfer process. But that's not a problem, because as you can see, I have two of my favorite MagSafe chargers, and both devices are charging up. So really, really good stuff. So when I come on back, we're going to get into my unboxing and first impressions of the iPhone 12 mini. All right. Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I got another unboxing and first impressions for everyone. This time what I have for everyone is my unboxing and first impressions of the iPhone 12 mini. Okay? Let me do some quick housekeeping, and then we'll dive into this evening's video. So recording the video here this evening, I'm going to be using a combination of the iPhone 12 mini and my Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus. Today's video is going to be recorded in 1080p at 30 FPS, and we are going to be using external audio. All the audio recorded for this evening's video is going to be recorded with my Comica Uni D microphone. So please let me know what you guys and gals think of the overall video quality as well as the overall audio. As always, all of you guys and gals' feedback is greatly appreciated. That being said, I am using my professional studio lights here this evening as well, so please let me know what you guys and gals think of the overall lighting as well. Alright? And as always, if any and anything catches your eye or piques your interest in the video, all the links to where you guys and gals can pick up any and everything featured in the video will be linked up down below in the video description. And as the name implies, down below in the video description will feature affiliated by links, meaning that if you guys and gals decide to make your purchase using the links down below in the video description, I do get a small percentage of commission that I do put back into the channel, and that's at no additional cost to you guys and gals. Okay, so I consider those affiliate buy links a win-win for everyone, in my opinion. Alright, that makes the affiliate links down below as well as the video description a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. Alright, housekeeping done. Let's get into today's video. Alright, now, the only thing I've done is unbox this device, give it a deep clean, pop my tester SIM in it. Let me show y'all right here so y'all believe me. So I typically keep my SIM in my Pixel when I'm not testing anything, and you see I turned the Wi-Fi off and nothing is popping up. That's because there's no SIM card in here. See? You get the question mark because there's no data connection available. That's because I put my tester SIM in the iPhone 12 mini. Alright? I just wanted to verify that for everyone. That being said, right, I went through an initial restore from my iPhone 13 Pro Max onto the iPhone 12 mini, as you guys and gals would have seen if you saw the little clip at the beginning of the video. Okay, and then I just gave the device a deep clean, boxed it back up so you guys and gals can go through the overall unboxing experience with me. Okay, that being said, I also want to let you guys and gals know we're going to get this out the way up front. I picked up this particular device, which is the max storage variant of the device, for $181 and change after taxes. All right. And the particular seller that I picked this up from was part of the Amazon Renewed program, and that seller is Mobile Supply. Okay. I'll have a screenshot of my digital receipt thrown up in post so y'all know exactly what I paid for this one, because I'm all about keeping it straight 100 around here. And also, I did some extra due diligence because I've never used Mobile Supply before when making purchases, and I was very happy to see that this particular seller on Amazon has a 100% positive review rating. Okay? So check this out. You can pull this up on the back end, but I was curious, so I did some digging around, and you can see they have a 100% positive rating with 721 ratings overall. All right, and they do give you a nice deep description of what their company is all about. So good stuff there. Good stuff there indeed. And I did read some reviews as well, and I was pretty much shocked to see that it's mostly positive reviews. Okay, so you can see in terms of any and everything that they've sold, they have over 3,000 ratings, and it's basically 5 and 4 star reviews. So their overall rating, it looks like 5 stars, but it's actually 4.9. But again, I was pleasantly surprised to see that. Good stuff there. Okay? So, really pleasantly surprised by that. Because, you know, when you buy from a new seller and it's somebody that you're not familiar with, you do need to do your due diligence, okay? You don't just want to look at the initial surface stuff and look at the initial review rating and be like, okay, this looks good, that looks good, and then you want to make your purchase. No, you want to research the seller that you're buying it from. Amazon makes that really easy. And then you want to go in and read some reviews. I read at least 10 to 20 reviews before I make my purchase. And then I go ahead and make sure I look into their return policies and their warranty policies outside of what Amazon offers. I always do my extra due diligence before I go ahead and make my purchase. This way I get that little bit of extra confidence before I go ahead and check out and make that purchase. And I always recommend that you guys and gals do the same thing. Alright? Now, let's get into this. Cracking the box here. Now, I do have to say, typical Amazon Renewed packaging. Clean white box. Sometimes they put a label on the outside or on the bottom. No, this one's all clean. Okay, so cracking the box here. And I did give the device a full charge, but it was doing a restore, so that may have drained a little bit. Now, this is important. When you get iOS products on Amazon Renewed, they always have this pamphlet, okay? You always want to make sure if you're doing a return or you get a device and it's not completely signed out, you want to make sure that you sign all the way out if you're doing a return or it's not completely signed out. Okay, if it's not completely signed out and it won't let you, then you know you got to go ahead and put in a request for a replacement. But if you're doing a return, you want to follow all of these steps. Okay, make it easier for the next person. Then right here we have the device itself. Let me rest this off to the side right here. And then we have a really nice third-party USB-A to Lightning connector right here. Now, if you checked out my latest video, you already know I do not intend to use any of this, because I intend to use this device strictly with MagSafe or wireless charging. But it's really, really nice that Amazon includes this as part of their Amazon Renewed program. So you get a really nice charging brick and you get a really nice cable. And this particular device does support physical SIM cards. So you get 2 SIM removal tools. Here's 1 and here's 2. But you can also put an eSIM in this device as well. But I was very happy to see they gave you everything that you needed out of the box, aside from a case. Okay, but that's everything included with your Amazon Renewed purchase. Typically, not always, but typically. Okay, now let's get this box out of here. Alright, throw this off to the side. And let's check out the device. Now, as I said, I did give the device a deep clean and give it a really nice once over and put my SIM card in it. But let's go through this on camera. Let me switch to my primary lens so I can give y'all a nice high quality close-up. Let's zoom in a little bit. Boom. And let's check this out. So, in regards of the display is pretty much perfect. I have to tell you guys. Pretty much perfect. In terms of the back glass, again, pretty much perfect. There are some scuffs, but you really can't feel them. Okay? There are some scratches as well, but again, you really can't see them. But if I tilt it in the light, you can kind of see it. But in terms of the back glass and imperfections, basically none that I can feel. In terms of the cameras are in really good conditions here. Okay? Really good condition indeed. Now, in terms of specifications, y'all, let's run through some important specifications here. In terms of the cameras, you have a triple 12 megapixel camera setup. Okay? In terms of the ultra wide 12 megapixel camera, it has a 120 degree field of view. All the cameras on this device can record in up to 4K 60 frames per second, or recording up to 1080p at 240 frames per second. Okay, this device does support wired charging at up to 20 watts, or wireless charging via MagSafe up to 15 watts, or regular wireless charging at up to 7.5 watts. The particular processor in here is the Apple A14 Bionic processor. Okay, and this particular device has 4 gigs of RAM and 256, I almost said 128, 256 gigs of onboard storage. Okay, and this device is fully unlocked. Okay, and let me show y'all this real quick. Let me unlock this. This particular device is running the latest version of iOS. So let me show y'all here. Right there, iOS 26.0.1, and this is upgradable to iOS 26.1, so no 0. And let me show y'all this as well. This particular device does have a new battery in it. Now, one thing that I thought was funny is that it's coming up as a non-genuine Apple product, or in terms of the battery. So you can see right here, it says unverified. And then if you go in, it says maximum capacity. So either they replaced the battery and you got a brand new battery, or there's a way to trick the battery capacity meter in the settings via flashing some software. But it does say right there, unable to verify that this is a genuine Apple battery. So that either means the battery was replaced or the software was wiped and programmed to think it has a 100% capacity battery. Now, being as the seller has a really good positive rating, I would just equate this to they put a brand new battery in it and did not go through the full verification process, or they put a third-party battery in it and it could not be verified as genuine with Apple software. Okay, that's all I got to say right there, but I was pleasantly surprised by that to see that we basically got a brand new battery in here. Okay, and then also I wanted to show y'all this as well. So this is indeed the 256 gigabyte variant. And as I told y'all, this is set up to be a production device, because I basically did a backup from my iPhone 13 Pro Max. This is going to be a mini production device. So y'all can see I'm not really using up too much storage on this device. But I did want to put my SIM in it and verify that it was unlocked. So let me show y'all this here. If we turn off Wi-Fi, y'all can see we are getting 5G plus. This is using my AT&T Free Up Mobile SIM, and everything is working. Text messages, everything coming through. Okay, so good stuff there. Good stuff there indeed. All right, I just wanted to show y'all that. Let me turn the Wi-Fi back on. And basically, y'all, in terms of the first impressions now, I have to say I really, really like this device, especially the size. All right. Now, for the longest time, if you're new to the channel, 5.5 inches was my favorite screen size. And then I got my Pixel 2 XL, and 6 inches became my favorite screen size. But I've always wanted to check out the mini iPhones. The 12 mini and the 13 mini were, like I said in my previous video, unicorn devices, because I've always wanted to check them out, but they were always at a price that kind of made them inaccessible to me, which is why when I got the opportunity to pick this device up at that price, I was like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and swipe my card. We're not even going to think about it. Let me do my due diligence research on the seller. Let me go ahead and swipe my card. It was just that quick. Because the 12 mini, the 13 mini, and the iPhone XR in that coral orange, those are unicorn devices for me. I've always wanted those. And the fact that I can get this one in the max storage variant for 256 gigs, yes. Oh yes. Yes. That was like an instant swipe my card. As soon as I did the seller verifications, I was like, yeah, we're gonna get this. Now what I want to do for everyone is I want to hook up my professional microphone to this device and give y'all some samples with the front and rear facing cameras and some microphone audio. Now I will do some clips without my microphone connected, so y'all can hear the difference between using the onboard microphones on this device and using professional audio microphones with this device. Okay, this way you guys get a video sample and an audio sample all inside of the unboxing and first impressions. So this kind of makes this an almost all-in-one video. Okay, all right, so give me a second, let me set that up and I will be right back. Okay, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Super excited to check this out. I'll be right back. Alright guys and gals, and now what you guys and gals are seeing is an example of the cameras on the iPhone 12 mini. These are the rear facing 12 megapixel cameras, and this device is hooked up to my Comica Uni D microphone, and I'm using the Blackmagic camera application. Alright, so y'all can see and hear what the video looks like and hear with what professional audio sounds like connected up to this device. And this is the primary 12 megapixel sensor. Alright, and then we can switch to the ultra wide sensor. So now this is the ultra wide 12 megapixel sensor with a 120 degree field of view. Okay, and then we could switch back to the primary. And then you can also zoom in as well. So if we wanted to zoom in using the primary sensor, we can do so in the Blackmagic camera application as well. Okay? So now what I want to do for everyone is I want to spin the cameras around and give y'all a front-facing camera clip. And then we're going to do this test again with no external audio hooked up so you guys and gals can see and hear the differences. And then we'll wrap the video up. So give me a second. Let me spin to the front-facing camera now and give y'all a front-facing camera sample. I'll be right back. And now, guys and gals, we're using the front-facing 12 megapixel camera on the iPhone 12 mini. Okay? Once again here, now I don't know how that cut is going to look because I didn't know you can switch in real time using the Blackmagic camera application, so it might cut, it might not. But here's an example of the front-facing 12 megapixel camera on the iPhone 12 mini, and we are still using connected professional audio here. You can see this is still hooked up to my Comica Uni D microphone. All right? Just wanted to let y'all see that. Now, give me a second. Let me unplug my microphone, and I'm going to give y'all one more sample with the cameras, and then we're going to wrap the video up. So give me a few minutes. I'll be right back. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Alright, guys and gals, and now here's an example of the cameras on the iPhone 12 mini. And this time we are not using professional plugged-in third-party audio. We're just using the built-in microphones on the iPhone 12 mini itself, so y'all can see and hear the differences. So starting off here, we're using the ultra-wide 12 megapixel camera. Once again, the ultra-wide camera has a 120-degree field of view. Okay, and then we can also switch to the primary camera. So now we're using the primary camera, and y'all can indeed see here my professional audio is unplugged. And it's kind of funny how you have to use these older Apple devices without USB Type-C. Y'all can see I'm using an adapter mess right now to get my professional audio to work, but it is what it is. That's the price you have to pay for producing good videos and having good audio. Sometimes that's what you have to do sometimes. But here is an example of the primary 12 megapixel camera on the iPhone 12 mini. Okay? Now I'm going to switch to the front-facing camera. Let me tighten this up a little bit because I didn't realize how light this device was in here. So I left it kind of loose and it kind of wobbled around. So I got to tighten my tripod up. So now let me quickly switch to the front-facing camera so y'all can see the differences. So let's switch here. Here now is an example of the front-facing 12 megapixel camera. And once again, we're still using the onboard mics for the iPhone 12 mini. So let me know what you guys and gals think. And this, guys and gals, concludes my unboxing and first impressions of the iPhone 12 mini. So I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to give the video a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. And you guys and gals, let me know, would you guys and gals like to see more coverage on this device moving forward in the future? Leave your feedback down below. Y'all now know all the devices that I have in my possession, so let me know what y'all want to see on the channel moving forward. Most likely what I might do is just do camera reviews for these devices if you guys don't want to see full dedicated reviews for these devices. But this particular device right here, I do want to make it my secondary device. That's why I put my tester sim in it. I've always wanted to use this device as a daily driver and see how it performs with day-to-day usage. Now, I know because the battery on here is super tiny that the battery life is not the best, but I do know this should have some really good cameras, and the software is running the latest version of iOS, so that shouldn't be an issue. Now, I still do believe that iOS is a battery drain, so that's going to make battery life that was already bad even worse, because iOS 26 is a battery drain, but we shall see. But again, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. I hope you guys and gals found it helpful. I hope everyone is having a great evening. Hope you guys and gals are staying safe out there and having a great holidays and a great new year. All right, everyone. I'll catch you guys and gals in the next one. Have a good one. We are out of here. Peace.